And I'll tell you, my quick story. I definitely needed WorldVentures in a big way when I saw this. I've been a serial entrepreneur for most of my adult life, and I dropped out of college before I failed out. Definitely not the sharpest tool in the shed. Became an entrepreneur because I just couldn't see myself getting a degree and having to fight the corporate ladder and be in traffic every day. And I just realized, one thing I found out very early on is a mentor of mine. He said to me, in life, you're going to have to spend your entire life working hard, and you're going to have to be good at whatever it is you do. And so if you're going to get good anyway at something, make sure you're getting good at something worth getting good at. If you're going to have to work hard, make sure it's something that's worth working hard at, because the unfortunate reality for most people in life is they're good at what they do and they work hard at it. It's just the wrong vehicle. And I became an entrepreneur, and that led to an amazing lifestyle at the age of 24 to get to a six-figure income, to be able to travel around the world, to live life on my terms. I've been able to travel to 70 countries around the world. And while it had some success, from the way most people would look at it, from the outside looking in, it looked like, it was amazing. The challenge was the company that I was running. I had 18 employees, had a big corner office that I was stuck in 60, 70 hours a week. And I was stressed out all the time, having to worry about customer service and legal and technical issues, having to bring in hundreds of thousands of dollars a month just to break even, massive headache. And, the thing that was worse than that is I would go to the office in the mornings and my little girl was asleep most times. When I came home many evenings, she was asleep. So I was watching my little girl growing up horizontal, not vertical, literally missing what I felt like was some of the prime years of her life. And I didn't know what to do about it. I just felt totally stuck. And, what got me unstuck was kind of a blessing in disguise. Into 2008, the recession hit. Long story short, I ended up several $100,000 in debts. In fact, $750,000 in debt at 32 years old. If you're 32 and that much in debt, you've got a little bit of a problem. And here's what it did, is it opened my mind up to looking at something else. And I was so fortunate that the founder of this company that I'm about to share with you was my mentor in my early 20s. And we hadn't worked together in years, but we had stayed close friends. And I was kind of watching him from the outside as he was building this company. And what I saw was an opportunity to not just do as well or better than I was financially, but also to have a lifestyle that I really wanted. And the entire reason for our success has very little to do with me. I've been an entrepreneur most of my life. I've developed my skills. I'm an amazingly, amazingly hard worker. I love what I do. I mean, I feel so, I've got friends of mine that I grew up with, and I see them in careers and they work really hard, but they're not in love with what they do. I'm in love with what I do here. And, so I've worked hard, but the difference is this: it was the right financial vehicle. And what I've taught people for 15 years of my life is the formula for success is very simple. There's only three factors. Your wealth is going to be equal to your effort times your skill times your financial vehicle. Most people get the effort and the skill right. They just never find the right financial vehicle. And for me, finding WorldVentures, this is what it was like. It was like, it's kind of like, in track, I ran hurdles when I was in, and I ran hurdles and I did pole vaulting. And when I ran hurdles, I would do ankle weights. And I would run the hurdles with the ankle weights, and I would train that way. And when it came race time, I would take the weights off and I could fly over the hurdles. I mean, it felt like I was light as air. In my entrepreneurial career, it felt as if I always had those ankle weights on. I had the desire. I felt like I had the ability. I just couldn't get in an all-out sprint. I couldn't run as fast as I knew in my heart I really could run. And when I got into WorldVentures, it was just this. It was as if the ankle weights had been taken off. I was finally able to get into the kind of sprint and run as fast as I had always wanted to run. And that's what I've seen for so many people who've looked at this opportunity. It's been the same experience for them. And here's the whole reason. For my success and for everyone's success, it's one thing. We have got an absolutely amazing product It's a product that is revolutionizing the travel industry. It's something that has so much value. When people see it, typically they just get it. And so for some of you tonight, you're taking a look. Some of you are going to see it. You're going to be like, Matt, shut up so I can have this product. Some of you, it won't be right for you. And our whole philosophy is this: we sort more than we sell. We're looking for people who are looking for us. If this resonates with you, if you enjoy it, if you like it, come join us. If not, no hard feelings. Hopefully you'll get some value from the presentation, and we'll part as friends. But there's 40, 50 million people in Ireland and the UK and all that we're sharing this with, and very few people even know about it right now. I mean, less than 1% of the population have even heard the name Dream Trips. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to share my presentation with you here, and we'll kick it off. Let me pop over to what we're doing, and we'll get rolling. So obviously we are in the vacation business, and as I mentioned, we're disrupting the travel industry. What we're doing for travel is very similar to what Skype did to the long distance industry. It used to be that we would pay for long distance. Now with technology, just like we're doing right now, we're all on Google Hangout, and we're doing it for free. And so there's no reason to pay for long distance anymore. There will become a day where you'll have tens or hundreds of thousands of people around the world who are not paying for any travel. In fact, right now, we have thousands of people all over the world who are traveling for free. So we're doing to travel what Skype did to long distance. I'll show you more about that in a minute. We're doing, what Uber did to the taxi industry. They came in, they had a technology different than anyone else, made it more accessible, made it more affordable, and became a multi-billion-dollar company. Netflix obviously came in, disrupted the video rental industry. So that's what our product Dream Trips is doing to travel. And it's one thing to say you're disrupting a market. It's another thing to be able to prove it. And so I don't want to just, fill you with a bunch of hype. This is our revenues over the last few years. Last year, we finished out at 693 million. This was our estimated growth, a little over 600 million. We finished out at 693. We actually beat our projections. That was up from 352 million the year before, 195 million the year before that. So this is a concept that is spreading like wildfire all across the United States, where I am, all across Europe, all across Africa, all across Asia, all across Australia. 28 different countries around the world, people are able to buy our product, our membership. And so there's 4 ways that we're disrupting the market. The first way is on price. So most people, when they book travel, every travel company out there for the most part, Expedia, Orbitz, Travelocity, you name it, they make money marking up a trip. So a travel supplier will put their inventory out online, and whoever the seller may be, like Expedia, they have a commission built in, and that's how they do their business. WorldVentures came in and said, why don't we take that, that market, but let's change things up. Let's bulk buy. Let's go buy vacations in bulk. Let's negotiate the price to wholesale or below wholesale and pass the savings with no markup to our members, and we'll make money on membership. See, I know a lot of countries around the world, we have Costco and Sam's Club. They have 123 million members between those 2 companies, and they make the bulk of their net profits come from selling the membership, not marking up their product. So that business model is proven to work in a very, very big way. We've taken that, applied it to something a little sexier than home care products, travel. And so when you become a member, you're going to have access to our Dream Price Promise. It says when you become a member, you have the guaranteed lowest prices on your travel. In fact, when you book one of our Dream Trips, you have 7 days to find a lower price. If you find a lower price, they're going to refund all of your money, and they're going to send you on the trip for free. It's the best guarantee in business. Book a trip with us. If it's cheaper anywhere else, you go for free. So we used to have the objection years ago, oh, I can find, holidays cheaper. Now you want that to be the case, because if you can find a holiday cheaper, guess what? You're traveling for free. Second way is the experience. Number 1, you're going to have access to over 11,000 trips this year. We're projected to do 25,000 trips next year. And these are all a premium vacation experience. It's not like if you just booked a resort or a hotel on some online booking engine. When you book through us as a Dream Trips member, it's hosted. So you have a host or a hostess that's there. You have, typically a special desk at reception with welcome gifts. There's extras thrown in, reception parties, meet and greet. It might be sightseeing tours thrown in. It might be an excursion, different things that are thrown in. Covers your entire household, so you can bring a spouse or significant other, any children living in the home. If you're single, you can bring a guest on every trip. And of course, transfers to and from the airport are included as well. So bottom line is, it's a premium experience. You're going to have a way better holiday experience than anywhere else, but you're going to pay a lower price than you would pay anywhere else. Third is our vacation rewards program. Literally every dollar, every pound that you pay, every euro that you pay, depending on where you are in the world, every dollar you pay for your membership goes into a Dream Points cloud. A US dollar equals a point. You can use those points, point for dollar, towards any of our 11,000 dream trips. Number 4 is the ability to earn vacations, to be able to go on vacation, not just pay the wholesale price, but actually go without having to pay for it at all, because you earned it through a variety of different ways. And so I'll share with some of those with you in just a minute. So let me give you an example of some of the trips. Hawaii, 6 days, 5 nights, Hyatt Maui Resort, breakfast daily, cultural resort activities thrown in. Children 18 and under are free. They're throwing in a shopping and sightseeing pass with a guide for $750 per person. Now, all of our trips, they do not include airfare. We have people flying in from all over the world on some of these trips, but includes all the taxes, the fees, gratuities. There's no, gotchas, no extras, that you have to pay. The price is the price. Lowest price online on this trip, Orbitz had it for $3,740. That's a $2,200 savings on one trip. Here's Cancun, 5 days, 4 nights, the Hard Rock. I've been here. Amazing place, all inclusive, all you can eat, all you can drink, multiple restaurants, multiple bars. $569 per person, and they're throwing in a $750 resort credit to spend however you want. Now, you don't have to pay for food or drinks, and so you'll spend a lot of time in the spa if you're anything like me. So lowest price online, Expedia had it for $2,046. This is a $1,477 savings. That's not even counting the $750 resort credit that you're getting as a Dream Trips member. Here's Paris. 4 days, 3 nights, 5-star resort, king room, breakfast daily. You get to skip the line at the Eiffel Tower. If you've ever waited in that line like I have 2-3 hours, you know that's worth more than the $349 per person. The river cruise is included as well. Here's Spain, 8 days, 7 nights, an entire week in Spain for $299 per person. They're throwing in breakfast daily. Here is Dubai, 5 days, 4 nights at the Fairmont 5-star resort. Amazing, amazing property. 5 breakfasts, 2 dinner, a desert safari tour, tickets to the water park and the aquarium, $869 per person. You can apply up to 600 points on that. So that's $269 out of pocket. Here's one, Bangkok, Thailand, $679, 4 days, 3 nights at the Conrad, another 5-star property, deluxe accommodations, 6 meals. They're including a tour. Incredible deal. Bali, Indonesia for $369 per person, 4 days, 3 nights. Budapest, Hungary, 4 days, 3 nights at the Buda Bar Hotel, $339 per person. And Victoria Falls, one of the 7 natural wonders of the world. This was actually one of the peak experiences of my life. I mean, I had so much fun going on this. This is 4 days, 3 nights. The lodge, you get a welcome dinner. This is actually, I think the dinner is at the Boma, which is an incredible restaurant. I had an amazing time there. Daily meals are included. A guided tour is included. A sunset cruise on the Zambezi River is included. $489 per person. The lodge alone is worth more than that, and you're getting all the extras thrown in. When I went on this trip, I had a business trip there. It wasn't a dream trip. I paid $489. I paid more than that for 2 nights stay just at the lodge that I was staying at, and I didn't get any of these extras. So again, these are prices that you would never be able to access if you weren't a Dream Trips member. Now, one of the things that we're most popular or most proud of is our volunteerism opportunities. If you have the heart to give back, if you've ever wanted to go somewhere in the world where there's underprivileged children, third world type countries, and be able to just serve other people. We've got a ton of volunteerism opportunities. You'll have multiple trips every single month to choose from. You don't have to go on a bunch of trips. You can go on one a week, one a month. You can go on one a year. You can go on none. It's totally up to you. And as soon as you become a member, you can book these trips. Now, the trip we're most popular for is our bottle school program. We've built over 90 bottle schools in Guatemala. We'll build our 100th school in December of this year. We have the kids actually build the schools with us, so they have a sense of pride and ownership in the school. So excited about that. We were excited that Oprah Magazine actually did an article in her magazine called Bottled Up. So we're excited that we caught Oprah's attention. Now, for all your other travel needs, if you want to book a flight somewhere, book a hotel, car rentals, you name it. So you're going to have the guaranteed lowest prices on flights and hotels. On the hotels, you're actually going to get net rates. Now, what a net rate is the commission completely stripped out. So if you were to go book a hotel online, maybe you went to hotels.com, you went to Expedia, something like that. We have tens of thousands of hotels where we have negotiated relationships where the commission is stripped out. So you're going to save. In fact, Fiona, I just sent him a screenshot of a bunch of net rate deals. You'll save anywhere from, the ones I sent him, it was anywhere from around $30 to $70 per night, depending on the price of the hotel. So net rates at that, we have people who, if you do any kind of business travel at all, it just doesn't make sense not to be a member. Literally, you're going to lose so much money if you're not a member of Dream Trips, if you do any kind of hotel travel, because the savings can be so significant. We have net rates on cars, car rentals, you can book cruises, and we have a technology called Rate Shrinker. Now, we're the only company in the world that we know of that has Rate Shrinker. The way it works is when you book a flight or a hotel, you get the guaranteed lowest rate through our engine, okay? If the price goes down, which in some cases it does, if the price goes down, traditionally you've been locked in at the rate you paid. Well, with our booking engine and Rate Shrinker, it's going to rebook you at the lower rate and refund your credit card the difference. I've gotten money back multiple times on this. One example was me, my wife, and my daughter. We did a trip to Cancun. The price went down. They rebooked us. We got $198 back on our credit card just because of Rate Shrinker. No other booking engine in the world would have done that for us. Another example, I stayed 3 nights at the Rio Hotel in Vegas. I got the guaranteed lowest rate. When I booked it, the price went down. From when I booked it to when the trip was, they sent me $162 back to my credit card just because the rate went down and Rate Shrinker took effect. So we have companies now who are doing all of their employee travel through our booking engine, because you can imagine if you've got employees who are out traveling, imagine the savings. If you've got 10 employees, 100 employees, it is massive, massive savings. And then in 2012, we won the world's best booking site. 2013, we won the world's leading travel club. This is the World Travel Awards. It's kind of like the Oscars of the travel industry. Since then, we've won about 15 different awards through the World Travel Awards. And so as a member, you're also going to have access to our villas and condo rental program, over 70,000 properties around the world. So maybe if you'd like to, instead of staying in a hotel, if you've got children, especially if you've got maybe a couple families, you can book 1 and 2 bedroom condos that'll sleep anywhere from 4 to 10 people for pennies on the dollar. I mean, I just had some friends of mine, they had 10 people at a condo. It was $600 per week for this condo, and they put 10 people in it. I mean, if you do the math, that's a few dollars per person per day. You're also going to have your own concierge service available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You can call them for dinner reservations. They can give you a wake-up call service in the morning, online research, you name it, driving directions. I was in Vegas and wanted to know where the Penn and Teller show was and how much tickets were. So rather than try and look all that information up, I called my concierge. I said, hey, can you text me all the information? Within 10 minutes, I had a text message that had where it was playing, how much tickets were, who to call, and what the show times were. So that can save you a ton of time and effort there. Now, this is a pilot program. This is just an example of the vision behind the company. Right now, we already have hundreds of restaurants on board, expanding that to thousands by the end of this year, where when you go out to eat, if you're in a major city, You go out to eat, and a portion of your bill gets rebated back to you in the form of travel. So we're partnering with thousands of restaurants. You go in through the app, you scan the QR code that they're going to give you. 20 to 50% of your bill you earn in travel. I went out to eat the other day, and we got $58 towards a dream trip for going out to eat. So this is just part of the future of WorldVentures, to be able to eat your way onto a vacation. There is no one doing this in the restaurant business, no one doing this in direct selling or network marketing, no one doing it certainly in the travel industry. Like many, many other programs that we have, we are first to market. Now, the cost of the membership, the founders of the company wanted to make this so affordable that literally anyone who wanted to travel more than they're traveling right now could afford to become a member. And so there's two different levels. There is our gold membership and our platinum membership. What I've talked about so far is our gold membership. It's $200 one time, $50 per month. You never pay the $200 again, and the $50 a month. All of that goes into the rewards program. So you'll have $200 that you can immediately use towards a dream trip. The $50 a month that accrues at the end of the year, you have $600 that you can use to go on a vacation. If you choose to do the platinum level. Now, if you become a platinum member, and we have about half or more of our members decide to do that, you'll have access to exclusive platinum only dream trips, early access to all the dream trips, so you find out about the trips before anyone else, 50% off room upgrades, platinum perks on every trip. So it might be a complimentary excursion, a private transfer to and from the airport. It might be a better room. It might be, you know, just a special experience. So every trip, if you're a platinum member, there will be an upgrade. And you can use 20% more points on every trip you go on. And so that example I gave you earlier, I think it was $869. You could use 600 points. If you're a platinum, you can use 20% more. So that would be, what, 720 points that you could use instead of 600. And so a platinum, $300 one time, $100 per month. You can use the 300 right away. At the end of the year, you have 1,200. Now, it gets better, because as soon as you refer 4 other customers that remain active, as long as they're paying their monthly fees, then you pay no monthly fees yourself. Okay, so if you're a gold member, refer 4 gold members. If you're a platinum, refer 4 platinum members. And guess what? You pay nothing for this product. You own it for free, and the company is going to give you $600 or $1,200 that you can use towards a holiday every single year. If you're wondering, you know, I don't know, could I get 4? If you're wondering if you can get 4, that is probably a huge reason to get started, just to expand your social network. It should be very simple for you to refer 4 others. And what if it took you a year? If it took you an entire year to refer 4 others, once you've done that, you pay nothing for the product, and they're going to give you $600 or $1,200 a year. Now, personally, I did the platinum because, number one, I want the value. You know, I just think it's worth so much to have that. I'm going to go on a few trips a year. If you're going to go on 1, maybe 2 trips a year, the gold membership may be right for you. If you're going to do more than that, 3 or more in a year, I would definitely encourage you to do the platinum. Now, that concludes the product side. And again, the reason for our success, it's simple. We're a very product-driven company. We're going to teach you how to go out and gather other customers, the way that we earn our income on the representative side that I'll talk about in just a second. It's all product centric. It's from selling product. And the thing that I know is true, the one thing you're going to have at the end of your life, you're not going to remember necessarily how much money you made. You're not going to, you know, remember a lot of things. The one thing you're going to have is your memories. I believe life is about chasing peak experiences. And over the last 7 years in WorldVentures, I've been on over 100 trips paid for with our travel bonus program, have earned way more money than I've ever made. I've just had the time of my life, and I wouldn't trade those memories, those experiences for anything. I think about, you know, stepping over the tectonic plates in Iceland. I think about the cruise down the Nile River. I think about climbing the Sydney Harbor Bridge. I think about the cruise in the Sydney Harbor. I think about seeing the Great Pyramids in Egypt. I think about you know, taking my mom to Machu Picchu, and, you know, traveling all across Peru, and paragliding and hiking in the Andes Mountains and the mountain climbing and just all of the insane experiences that WorldVentures has allowed for me, it has created a life worth living. And that was the thing. When I looked at this, I realized I'm the kind of guy who wants to work hard. I just want to work hard at something I'm passionate about. I want to be in love with my career. I want to be in love with my life. I want to do something that fills me up with energy, not that depletes my energy. And most people, unfortunately, they're not in that situation. They work hard all day at a job that doesn't really fulfill them, and they're tired, they're worn out. You know, at the end of the day, I feel so fulfilled because all I've done is I've talked to other people about living a life with more fun, freedom, and fulfillment. If you think that you're open to the idea of doing that, get our product. If you would love the idea to earn some additional income for sharing that, you can become a representative and take advantage of literally a world of opportunity. Our product is not something that you know, you got to stockpile, you got to haul around in the trunk of your vehicle, you got to load your garage up. The product is the world. So what if you had the opportunity to market a product that practically sells itself? I mean, I think we'd all agree. We don't have to convince people to go to Bora Bora. They already want to go to Bora Bora. You know, I used to sell noni juice, and I used to have to convince people that they needed noni juice because of the L-arginine. It was a vasodilator, and, you know, I had to talk about the phytonutrients and the vital nutrients and all this that were in the product. And, you know, that's selling, that's convincing. This is not really selling. This is showing people how to get what they already want, but show them how to do it at wholesale, or actually to be able to earn it and not have to pay for it at all. So what if you could start a business for less than the cost of a new outfit? Have fun, make new friends, be able to achieve all your goals. Well, I want to introduce you to what I think is the perfect opportunity. Travel is an over $7 trillion a year industry. It's expected to double over the next 10 years. It's the single biggest industry in the world. And, you know, if you look at that from a scale, then most network marketing companies are nutrition-based companies. Nutrition industry is a $300 to $400 billion a year opportunity, size of the industry. 300 to 400 billion. Travel is 7 trillion. It dwarfs anything that's ever been sold in the network marketing profession. This is one of the reasons why we've become so big so fast. In fact, we're already, right now, we are the #1 travel direct selling company in the world. We're so far ahead of #2, we don't even know who #2 is. That's how much we're dominating. And part of the reason for that, you know, we're the running giant. You know, the company is spending $20 million a year just on, you know, subsidizing trips to make them so affordable no other travel company could even compete. So no inventory, low overhead, a product that everyone loves. You can spend as much or as little time as you want. Spare time, or if you want to make this a full-time career, we've got a career plan that fits you. So to become a representative, it's $100 one time. You never pay that again. $15 per month. Now, as soon as your monthly fees are waived on your product, they also waive the fees on the business side. So that $15 a month, you'll have a couple different websites, back office tracking. It does all the accounting, all the tracking, you know, either direct deposit or, you know, they fund the money through an e-wallet you can transfer to your bank. It's all taken care of. You're able to team up with our company, WorldVentures, a decade of success, over 10 years. We're based in Plano, Texas, over 600 employees. We have offices in the US and in Europe and Africa and Asia, all 50 states, 28 countries around the world. The Inc. 5000, we've hit that list the last 2 years in a row. That's the fastest growing privately held companies in America. In the direct selling industry, we're the 32nd largest direct selling company in the world. We've passed up companies that have been in business for 30 and 40 years because we got a product that is just so appealing. And so we've got a very simple, proven system. This is not about you going out and having to explain everything. We want to create a system where there's sales tools that do the selling for you. Is there selling involved? Yeah, absolutely. We have to explain how it all works, but I don't want you to have to explain how it works because, and I'm going to give you a little bit of the philosophy. This is how I've referred about 200 people to this program. It's turned into over 600,000 customers, active customers on the books. Incredible residual income opportunity, far greater than anything I've ever seen with any other type opportunity. that might have, physical products that are shipped to your door. Usually you're having to load up with vitamins that you can't take, or shakes that you can't use them all. Here, every dollar you pay for our membership goes into our points cloud. You can use it towards a dream trip. So people stay on the books way longer than anything I'd ever seen before. So here's our system, and this is my philosophy. This is why it duplicates so fast, is because we teach people this. There's only about 5% of the people in the world that truly love to sell, that like being a salesperson. 95% of the people in the world would rather eat worms than have to sell something. They're not excited about being a salesperson. So even if you are a very talented salesperson, I'm going to put the reins on you, and I'm going to say, do not go out and try and do a sales presentation to the people you know, because 95% of them do not ever want to do something like that. They don't want to sell, but they love to share a product that would add value to people's lives. See, the way to get wealthy is this: add value to people's lives. And if you'll just focus on that, that is the key to our success. And so, very simple proven system that you're watching in action right now. I mean, you're watching me do a presentation on the behalf of whoever invited you to the presentation. Fiona invited me, but we've got several different people who are tuning in. Someone invited you to have someone else explain it. And so the question that you have to answer, if you want to be hugely successful here, is this: when people are looking at this from a business standpoint, product sells itself. And we have, I know in the US, more than half of the people who come on board, they just buy the product. That's it. But from the business side, people want to know this: can I do it? Can I be successful? See, it doesn't matter if you have the best product in the world, the best compensation plan in the world, the best training in the world, all those are important, but what matters is, could they do it themselves? And so let me ask you a question. The person who invited you on this webinar, can you do what they're doing right now? Can you do that? I mean, they're just sitting here watching the presentation, if they're even watching it. They had you tune into this so I could do the explaining. Guess what? I'll do the explaining for you. We have these videos on pre-recorded versions. You can watch 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. They never take a vacation. They never get tired. They do a perfect presentation every time. You're going to have a website that'll have the presentation on it. You can download it to your computer. It is a simple system. One of my favorite quotes: you always miss 100% of the shots you never take. Here's how our system works. Enroll as a member. If you want to be a rep as well, hop on board and become a representative. There's no benefit to buying the product, to being a rep. We're probably the most compliant company in the direct selling industry. We do find it very difficult to try and market a product that you weren't willing to buy yourself. I've yet to see anyone ever become successful doing that. Number two is share the membership. Okay? Share the membership the way the person who is sharing it with you, they had you watch a video, they invited you to this webinar. Share the membership and teach them to do the same. Okay, very, very simple 1, 2, 3 system, which allows you to earn commissions on a sea of blue signs. We are the You Should Be Here company, have that patented. We have, hundreds of thousands of people traveling around the world showing their You Should Be Here sign, taking pictures, and we have thousands of people who are messaging saying, hey, what's that sign about? You're going to be able, and your team will have the same ability. Take pictures of the sign. People ask you, what's that sign about? Great, let me share with you what it's all about. Watch this video, go through a presentation with them, and collect the decision. Very, very simple. Now, we are, to my knowledge, the simplest company in the profession to get to a $300 per month residual income. With as few as 8 team sales, you're earning a $300 per month lifestyle bonus. That lifestyle bonus component goes up to as much as $900 per month with a handful more people on your team. And you can earn an additional residual income with as few as 30 customers on your team. The residual income can be up to $50,000 per month. Is that guaranteed? Absolutely not. My results are not typical. The results of our top leaders are not typical. It's because they worked really hard. It's because they, worked on their skills. They attended our trainings. The same is going to be true for you. See, I just figure you're probably like me. I'm the kind of guy, I don't want you to hype me. Don't tell me all I have to do is get in and I'm going to make all this money, because that wouldn't be reality. See, we want to build this on a bedrock of integrity. We want to under-promise and over-deliver. We don't want to tell you this is some pie-in-the-sky deal where just get in, you're going to make a ton of money, it's going to be push-button simple and easy. No, you're going to have to work for it. Are there a lot of people who've had a lot of success? Absolutely. But listen, they had to work for it. This is a real business, just like any other real business. You get out of it what you put into it. You know, you can earn as much as $25,000 in weekly income just from new people joining your team, up to $50,000 on top of that in residual income. It can be very lucrative. You can also earn vacations. It works out to be about 10% of our commissions get paid in the form of travel. This is how I've been on over 100 trips free, because I've earned it through the compensation plan. There's additional car bonuses up to $1,500 a month, home bonuses up to $3,000 a month. That's actually a picture of my home and my car's right there. Incentive trips, recognition, world-class training. We have what I believe is the best training system in the network marketing profession. Live events with thousands of people all over the world. That's how fast we're growing. And then video training. So as soon as you get started, literally, you'll immediately be able to plug into our video training program to show you exactly how to go build a business. Now, no guarantees of income. Again, you get out of it what you put into it. I know you're smarter than the hype. I'm not here to hype you up. Is it working? Yes, it's working for the people who work it. You know, this is our income disclosure statement. What I love about this company, they don't have to disclose any of these numbers. They do because they don't want anyone thinking this is a get-rich-quick kind of deal. Now, if you look at the different levels, you know, you'll see here 19.15% of all independent representatives earned a commission. Most people are not out sharing the opportunity. They're not out sharing the product. They're enjoying the value of the product, but it's the 20-80 rule. You know, 20% of the people make most of the money, just like most things in life. Now, that director level, if you go over to the second to last column, the average commissions for the year are $22,000 per year. I've had 3,600 people on my team achieve that level. Okay, so if you're wondering, does this work for people? I've had 3,600 people achieve that level, have hit director. That's an average income of $1,900 per month. Now, you're not rich at $1,900 per month, but let me ask you this. If you had an extra $1,900 a month hitting your bank account every single month, what would you do with it? Seriously, think about that. What would you do with an extra $1,900 a month? Could you upgrade your car? Could you upgrade your house? Could you pay off some debt? Could you do some exotic vacations? Could you maybe do something for someone else? Could you, you know, maybe help with your parents or grandparents? You know, could you do something for your children that you can't do right now? And I want to tell you, I'm not telling you it's going to be easy, but I am telling you it's possible to do that. Now, we've also had over 100 people hit that international marketing director position. It's an average income of $473,000 per year. And, you know, literally people from all walks of life, people who came from, you know, they were a doctor, they were a chiropractor, working 60 hours a week and just completely stressed out, working all the time. And, you know, they're now able to sell their chiropractic clinic and do this full time, making over $1 million a year. We got doctors who were anesthesiologists who were able to give up their practice and do this full time. We've got retail workers who had never done anything like this before achieve our top ranks. We had my friend Michael Jex. He was a construction worker on unemployment. Used his unemployment check to get started, and 5 years later was an international marketing director. So we've got some people who are making a lot of money, some people making a little money, some people making no money at all, just enjoying the product. So again, momentum is upon us. We are taking off like crazy this year. We are projected to do just shy of $1 billion, right around $1 billion in sales. So it has taken off. Here's one thing that we know for sure is every single person you know, your friends, your family members, your coworkers, they are all of them are going to hear about this. There's someone you know on a first name basis. If you scroll through the contacts on your phone, there's someone you know that's going to see this over the coming weeks and months, and they're going to get involved. Right now, the market is wide open. It's not going to be wide open forever. My encouragement to you is hop on board as a member. If you choose to become a rep, become a representative, and just share this membership with them because they're going to see it anyway. Just like so many people you know, they've heard of the other direct selling companies out there. Maybe it's Amway, maybe it's Mary Kay, maybe it's Nu Skin, whatever it may be. Those names now, they're a household name. They generate billions of dollars in revenues. They've created thousands of people who have become financially free because of it. The same thing will happen here. You have the opportunity now to be part of that influencer list, and you can just go out and help people and serve them. And by simply helping other people, guess what? You get helped as well. Okay. Last thing I want to talk about is one thing I'm more excited about than I've ever been excited, more excited than anything else I have been excited about in WorldVentures over the last 7 years, is our Dream Trips app. The company's investing over $30 million into our Dream Trips app. It's already live. It's for members only. It's the Facebook for travel. You can upload pictures, you can comment, share, create friends, message each other. You can book travel, you can book dream trips. I mean, incredible, incredible app. And what's coming later this year, beginning of next year, is the ability to actually invite non-members. Now, when this rolls out, it'll probably actually be the beginning of next year. They're not going to roll it out until it's absolutely perfect. But this will cause us to become a household name literally within 12 months. We're going to have the ability to invite non-members to download the app. And free users, someone who downloads the app, they can earn travel by simply downloading the app. So what happens is you'll have your app and you can hit a couple buttons on the app and you can send a text message to all your contacts and it'll send them a message, something like this: hey, download this cool new travel app and you'll get $20 to use towards a vacation. Do you think they'll download the app? Well, one, it's coming from the referral of a friend, someone they know and trust. So they download the app. Now they have $20 to use towards one of our trips. And then they can earn more money by uploading pictures, by commenting, by going out to eat. They're earning money towards a vacation. And then the biggest way that they can earn income or they can earn travel is by inviting other free members. So they can hit a few buttons on their phone, send a text message to all their friends that says, hey, download this cool new travel app. You'll get $20 to use towards a vacation. And guess what? Anytime someone downloads the app, they're going to get money. The person who downloaded the app and the person who shared it, it's all tied in through ID numbers. And so let's say someone, they earn a couple $100, $200 towards a dream trip. They can book our dream trips at retail pricing, or they can upgrade to a member and get member-only pricing. And so let's say there's, the Hard Rock in Cancun. They can book that for $1,000 at a retail price, still get competitive, same price as they'd get on Expedia or something like that. Or they could upgrade to a member. They could pay $250 as a gold member, and they could save $300. So instead of paying $1,000, they get to pay $750, and they still, instead of paying $1,000, they get to pay $700, and they get to deduct the $200 that they earned. So it's a $500 trip that would normally cost $1,000. So what will happen is we'll have millions and millions of people download this app. Tens of millions of people around the world are going to download the app. And hundreds of thousands per year are going to upgrade to a member. Now, I'll give you a quick visual on how this works. You go out and you refer some people who refer some people, and someone several levels removed, they earn some money towards a trip. They decide to become a member. It's going to track through ID numbers all the way back up to the nearest representative, which in this case is you, could be anyone on your team as well, and you just got paid. You just earned a commission for someone you didn't even know because someone shared an app, who shared an app, who shared an app, who shared an app, and someone upgraded. This has never happened in the app world. It's never happened in network marketing, never happened in travel. Nothing like this has ever happened before. And this is why, even though we are financially set, we're earning more income than we've ever made, I'm still so actively involved in this because I know the writing is on the wall. Right now, it is a game of capturing market share. Everyone's going to hear about it anyway. It's going to be a massive, massive company, and 60 to 65% of all the membership revenues that come in to WorldVentures get paid back out to us. So I've never experienced a financial opportunity, and I will probably never again experience a financial opportunity like this again. You know, and if you get that, welcome to the team. At this point, you're an A or a B. If an A, you had me at travel. If you're a B, it's not for me. If you're a B, let the person who invited you on the webinar, you know, just let them know, hey, I'm a B, it's not for me. We thank you for tuning in. If you're an A, let them know you're an A. If you have some questions, we can definitely answer your questions and help get you started.